of St. James Episcopal Day School. I would like to welcome you today as we celebrate you with our annual art show and musical. Thank you so much for taking time to be with us.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Audrey Babcock, Vice President of the Student Council.
I'm Victoria Christopher, Service Project Coordinator, and we would like to share words of recognizing our wonderful grandparents and grandparents.
I'm early in the morning until I go to sleep each day. I know my grandparents love me in a very special way. Sometimes it's via crackers, sometimes a walk in the park.
Sometimes it's just a hug when I'm scared in the dark. I love to hear their stories about the past and where they're from, and I know their hearts are filled with unity, ever-ending love.
Hi, I'm Nils Duncan. I serve as chaplain for the Student Council. Let us bow our heads for the following prayer. Almighty God, Heavenly Father, you have blessed us with the joy of grandparents and grandparents. Give them calm, strength, and patient wisdom as they teach us to love whatever is true and good. Following these in our Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. Hi, I'm Thomas McVeigh, St. James Technology Chair. Following the musical performance, you will have the opportunity to see our artwork around campus. But first, we share a special Grandparents' Day broadcast episode. The fifth graders worked hard with Miss Whittington to produce weekly news segments and broadcasts. Today, we have a special episode just for you. Once the video is complete, the musical will begin. Enjoy!
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down a road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. Thank you for being a friend.
Please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please join us in the Children's Creed.
I believe in God above. I believe in Jesus' love. I believe that Spirit too comes to teach me what to do. I believe that I can be kind and loving, Lord, like thee. Amen.
Good morning, St. James.
Welcome, grandparents and special friends.
We asked St. James students, what is your favorite activity to do with your grandparents?
We got a lot of great answers. Are you ready to hear the results?
I'm ready. Let's hear them.
Coming in number 5, board games. This is one of my favorites.
Mine too. Okay, coming in number 4, baking and cooking together. My grandma's cookies are delicious.
Yum. Okay, coming in at number 3, watching a movie. Yep, family time is the best time.
I agree. And coming in at number 2, having a sleepover. Oh yes, especially if pancakes are for breakfast.
And coming in at number 1, our favorite thing to do with our grandparents is traveling. Vacations with family are my favorite memory.
The best.
Thanks y'all for playing along. No matter what the activity we're doing together, time with our grandparents is at the top of all of our lists.
What do you call your grandparents? Mimi and Papa.
What do you call your grandparents?
Lily, Papa, Nana, and Grandpa.
What do you call your grandparents, Ella?
Nana and Papa, Grandma Hattie, and Grandpa Kevin.
What do you call your grandparents?
Chief,
Cece, Ricky, Janet, Rose, and Nana.
What do you call your grandparents?
Deuce, Papa, Honey, and Pops.
Those are great names.
What do you call your grandparents?
Cece, Aki, Omi, Poppy.
Very unique names.
Thatcher, what do you call your grandparents?
Nina, Boompaw, Papa, and Grams.
What do you call your grandparents?
What do you call your grandparents?
Nana and Poppy.
What do you call your grandparents?
Mina. What do you call your grandparents?
Pop-Pop.
What about you? Pops, Ellie, Granny, and Grandpa.
Addison, what do you call your grandparents?
Gigi and Poppy, Mimi and Jojo and Papa.
What do you call your grandparents?
Mame and Pear, Mimi and Papa.
Pops, Mama, and Grammy.
I call my great-grandmother Mama, too.
What do you call your grandparents?
Gigi.
I call my grandma Gigi.
Mama, Papa, Grammy, Pappy, Nana, and Pop.
Grandma and Grandpa.
What about you?
Frankie and Papa, Grandmammy and Titi.
Thank y'all for listening to all our grandparents' names.
The grand and grandparents most likely comes from 12th century French. It may have been used in the sense of full-grown or important.
Grandparents' Day was signed into the U.S. law by President Jimmy Carter in 1978.
There are about 70 million grandparents in the U.S., and the average age at which people become grandparents is 50.
Grandparents are active. 43% exercise and play sports. 22% volunteer on a regular basis.
Grandparents enjoy life and have fun. They spend $100 billion on entertainment and $77 billion each year on travel.
Grandparents' Day has an official flower, the forget-me-not flower. It carries a symbolic meaning and is the most appropriate flower for the special day.
Grandparents are generous. They spend $52 billion every year on their grandchildren.
The average age of grandparents is 67 years old.
We love to spend time with our grandparents. 60% of us live near our grandparents. 46% of us wish they could live even closer. 70% see them at least once a week. 66% travel with their grandparents, and 81% stay with our grandparents for all or part of their summer vacation. Happy Grandparents' Day, everybody!
Hi, Ms. Hagan. We have some questions about the Grandparents' Day art. The first one is, what is your favorite part of being an art teacher here at St. James?
I love being an art teacher and watching students create and try new things. And if they don't work, try them again.
That's a good answer. What is your favorite artist?
My favorite artist is Georgia O'Keeffe, and she was one of the first artists that I ever learned about. And I also recently learned that later in life, she helped other artists, younger artists, come about and start their careers.
I like her too. And last but not least, what inspiration did you take for our beautiful Grandparents' Day arts?
A lot of the artwork was influenced from literature. Some projects were influenced and inspired by the songs and program that they were learning.
Thank you for taking the time to do our interview.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of Dad Jokes. This week, they're all about grandparents and special friends. Oh yeah, I'm so excited to hear these. I'm glad someone will be able to hear them. I'll start us off. Why did Grandpa refuse to use the computer? I'm not sure. Why? He didn't want to get caught in the web. That's funny. Ooh, now I have one. Why do you think Grandpa says his wife cooks cookies the fastest? I have no clue. Why? Because it takes nanoseconds to bake them. Oh, that's another good one.
I have another one. Why did Einstein love his grandparents?
Because they were the best?
No, because they were all relatives.
I get it. Okay, now it's my turn. What do you get when you cross a grandmother with a sheep?
I don't know, a grazer?
A banana.
Now that's a sweet one.
I have one. Did you hear my grandmother just won the award for best grandparent?
I did not know that. What award did she win?
Yep, she won a Grammy.
I get it. I bet she was singing your praises when she accepted her award.
Of course she did.
Sure. I have another one. Why did Grandma knit her grandson 3 socks?
I don't know, but that's kind of weird.
She heard he grew a foot.
I have one. Why do grandparents' knees always hurt?
There's no telling.
They had to walk uphill to school both ways in the snow.
I have a pun for you. How do kids from different decades tell you their grandparents called?
What do you mean?
Well, in the 60s, Grandma called. In the 70s, Gramps called. In the 80s, Granny called. In the 90s, Grandmother called.
What about now?
Boomerang. Those are all the jokes we have for you today. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast presentation. Now let's get ready to enjoy the show.
Lights.
Camera. St. James.
tell people all the time this is the happiest place on the planet, and now you can see why I say that every day. Before we let you go and visit your grandchild's classrooms, there are a few people that I would like to recognize. The first of those is our rector, Father Chris Duncan. The school has a very strong relationship with St. James Episcopal Church, and without his leadership, guidance, and support, we would not be able to be the school that we are. So Father Chris, please give us a wave. That partnership is one of our truest blessings. Our admin team is stellar, and without them, events like this could not happen. Admin team, if you're around, wave your hands and be recognized. The two most important people today, arguably, are our music teacher and our art teacher. So I would like to call them up and recognize them and present them with flowers. Mrs. Haney is our music teacher. She's been at St. James for a very long time. We love her and appreciate all that she does. We are blessed to have Miss Caroline Hagan here as our art teacher. She is in her first year, and she has made such a beautiful difference in what our students are creating now. And we thank her for the art show that is all around the school. We encourage you today, as you view the art, not just to see your own grandchild's art, but to take a stroll around the campus and see what all of our students have been able to do. Ms. Hagan, thank you. Last year I stood in front of everyone and I said, there are some exciting things happening because the school is growing. We are running out of classroom space. We added teachers, we added sections, and I made a commitment to the community. Be on the lookout for some exciting things that are happening. So, growing our legacy, phase 1. And here we go. If you were standing on the outside of the nest looking in, we have great plans this summer to have this be what you see. It is a closed corridor in the nest. Next slide. If you were inside of this closed corridor on the second story of the nest, what you would see are an addition of 6 classrooms and a teaching and learning space for STEM and project work and maker and sensory designed for our youngest students. What this means is that along with the babies in the bottom story of the nest, our 1s and 2s, we are moving our 3s and 4s upstairs to make this a true early education learning center. State of the art. Nobody else is doing this, but we are. When we move pre-K3 and pre-K4 out of our main buildings, this creates space for other things on this side of the campus. So what you're looking at now is a rendering of an innovative teaching and learning space that we are able to create thanks to non-load-bearing walls and a lot of creativity. We have embraced project work here at St. James, and what this means is that so many wonderful things are happening in our classrooms, pre-K 3 through 5, with all of the teachers and all of the grade levels. This space is going to afford us the opportunity to have several students come in and really read and research and study and create and listen to sometimes you, our very own guest experts. We will plan to have a cozy reading library. Libraries are really important. We're not doing away with that. We are envisioning, and my fingers are crossed, with actually nooks in the walls where children can climb in there with a book and read. Another thing that this space is going to afford is this area right here. One of the things that we prioritize is, since we cannot take children on field trips every day, we like to bring field trips right here to St. James through guest experts in the field. Sometimes that looks like parents or grandparents, architects, doctors, And so this would be a space where we come together as a community and learn from you. We also think it's important for students in this space to have a place for independent work and research. So that also is taking place in our Innovative Teaching and Learning Center. And finally, in this space, a space that is specifically relegated to project work. If you've asked your grandchildren about what's going on at school, you may have heard of some of the things that they're actually doing. Project work is a way that we can individualize students, tap into their own personal desires, while still meeting all of our educational objectives and milestones. So we're excited about this space as well. And then this is going to be our STEAM room. We already have a STEAM room, but we are going to ramp that up a little bit with the storefront window and make sure that all of the things in STEAM are meeting the needs of our children at St. James in 2025. Oh my gosh. So here's what happened this week. After a fall of individual conversations and lots of planning, and our phase 1 goal of $2.5 million, we are about that close, which is amazing. Part of this is in part to the generosity of the Graves family. Todd, Gwen, their children Charlie and Sophia, started us off with a matching donation of $1.25 million and challenged this community to rise up and make another 125 happen so that this summer we could actually make all of the things that we've just talked about come true. And we are right there. You'll be getting more information in the mail after this about this, so that if you're really interested in learning more about this, the brochures are great, the literature is great, but we would also be happy to have individual conversations with you if you have more questions. This space is very exciting because it's growing our legacy phase 2, because we have been able to come so close to fully funding phase 1, which are all of the building improvements that you've seen that affect everyone age 1 through 5th grade, that we can actually turn our sights to phase 2. Our phase 2 is a total playground redo. This has not happened in 20 years. And we know that the playground, especially the little playground, can be better organized and laid out for safety and fun for our youngest learners. This is what we affectionately call the little playground. We are wiping out the black mulch. If you've had your grandchildren in carpool, you know what they look like at the end of the day. So phase 2 means that we can get rid of black mulch, and have green space and just activities that are more suitable for our young students in 2025 and beyond. This capital campaign, Growing Our Legacy, is a way to honor St. James' 76-year wonderful tradition back in the day. And for people that got us to where we are today, we know that we are compelled to help do these things so that generations for years to come will also be able to enjoy the wonderful, beautiful gift that is St. James Episcopal Day School. Thank you for being a part of that. Thank you for raising children who know that this is the best place for your grandchildren. And we work every single day to keep it so. So thank you all.